Hi, my name is Muzi and welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about breaking the egg, the importance of breaking the egg and why you should break the egg. So I recently read a quote online that says, if the egg is broken by an outside force, life ends. But if the egg is broken by an internal force, life begins. And this is so true for us in our daily lives as well. If the pressure that comes from the outside sits on top of you and breaks you down, you break down, you collapse. You basically do not want outside forces to break you, but you do want you to be the one exerting force and breaking into and out of things. This is all about pressure. This entire video is understanding pressure. If this is the egg, and inside the egg you are here from inside the egg, if the pressure that is exerted from the outside into the egg and you're inside it, it'll break you down. But if the pressure from the inside is greater than the pressure coming from the outside, you are gonna break out. Your life will begin. Now here's the problem. We live our lives with not much pressure put on us. Our parents do not put that much pressure on us to maybe get excellent grades in school. They might hope you get excellent grades, but they won't put that much pressure on you to actually get those good grades. So in that case, you're the one who has to learn to put pressure on yourself to achieve those grades. Same thing in business. You might find that if you're the owner of the business, the people around you aren't putting that much pressure on you to perform. So you have to be the one who puts pressure on yourself to perform. You're working on an idea. Yeah, other people might think it's a good or an okay idea, but they would not put that much pressure on you to make sure that that idea succeeds, to make sure that idea grows, or if it's a company or any type of idea. You might be thinking of starting an NGO. That's an idea, but no one around you is going to be hammering down on you saying, go fill up the forms, go see that person, go do this, go do that. So the pressure from the outside is not that much. This is why you have to make sure that the pressure from the inside, you push, even if there is no one pushing you to go forward. Number one, you have to keep pushing. Whether everyone is chilling or not chilling, it's a holiday, it's a Sunday. Some other people, they don't work in certain days for various reasons. Whether it's a public holiday or it's a weekend or whatever, they don't touch nothing. You have to put the pressure on yourself to keep pushing, even if there is no need, especially when there is no need. Because once the need arises for you to do something, it means the pressure from the outside has gotten higher than the pressure from the inside. That might break you. You might have to do something that you don't need to be doing up until the end of the year. Right now it's July, so there might not be that much pressure for you to finish it quickly. You have to change that deadline. Give yourself a tight deadline so that you put more pressure on yourself than anyone else can. Give yourself tight deadlines and you break the egg from the inside. Number three, speed. Speed will always increase pressure. So now what happens is, if you have to cover something, maybe a book or a chapter, and you have 3 weeks to do it, maybe don't just read a page a day or anything like that. Try to do the entire thing, or to read the entire book in 2 days, not 2 months. Increase the speed at which you do things. Yes, you can do 10 calls in 10 days, but that's not putting enough pressure on yourself. What if you do the 10 calls in 10 minutes or 10 calls in 15 minutes? You can actually do more than that in 15 minutes. But just an example, increase the speed at which you do things. You have an idea that you want to do something, and you can tell that no, you don't actually have a lot of time. You might even have an entire year for you to do it. Make sure you increase the speed at which you execute everything. That will help you to break the egg from the inside, because you don't want to have outside forces breaking inside the egg. Last point, this one is very important. It's similar to the first point here. It says keep pushing. But what's important with constant pressure is you decided that you are no longer going to go to the gym once a week. You're going to go 5 days in a week. So every weekday you're going to the gym. If you just focus on keep on pushing, you might go to the gym and only train for 10 minutes or train for, sometimes you train an hour, sometimes you train 30 minutes. So the pressure that you put, even if you are going to the gym, varies like on a day-to-day basis. But if you put constant pressure and you say, okay, I'm spending an hour at the gym every weekday, that is it. So it will be consistent, it will stay that way. So each and every weekday that you are at the gym, you are spending an hour, you are pushing in that hour, and avoid many variations. So even though you keep pushing, but you're pushing at a constant pace, or you are pushing with constant pressure, this makes a huge difference. That is it for today. We were talking about breaking the egg. To sum up, make sure that the pressure that comes from the outside is way less than the pressure you exert from the inside. Because one of the biggest problems we have as we live our lives, that we are not expected, okay, or we are not forced to achieve great things in life. Many of the people around us are actually content with us just being able to, I don't know, pay the bills, and that's pretty much it. So we have to force ourselves to break out of the egg, because the forces that come from the outside generally are not that much. The problem is the day you start getting pressure from the outside to perform or to get things done, you are going to have major issues. It might break you, and some people do not actually survive that point. My name is Muzi. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.